Just going to start today by talking a little bit about the beginning of Hosea, the book of Hosea. The prophet Hosea is a man who lived within a context of the northern kingdom and the king of what was called Israel at that point in time, Jeroboam II. But also it mentions at the beginning of his book about 4 kings of Judah. So that's Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz and Hezekiah, whose reigns were spread over a longer period of time. So it tells us quite something about his message. The message that Hosea had was not just for one particular political period of time. It wasn't just for one moment. It wasn't just a quick sort of photo capture of a time where perhaps an issue needed to be confronted, but it had some enduring quality. When God speaks, he speaks into a situation, but he speaks in a wider way. He speaks across different political spectrums, across different periods of time, different situations. He's not just the God of the soundbite. He's not just the God of the 1 moment reaction, but he's the God who speaks through eternity, and those messages, those thoughts resound through different situations, and they're meant to be ongoing. God's eternal nature and the way in which he longs for that eternal and long-term relationship with his people, which Hosea talks about so much, is not just a once-off. It's just not a quick momentary type of relationship. It's not superficial. It's so much more than just the one-night stand idea of encounter with God, but it's an ongoing, faithful relationship. And that's a relationship that he is looking for, as Hosea talks about God's relationship with Israel, and as the Bible uses this book as an illustration about God's ongoing relationship with us and faithfulness to him and connection and deep loyalty, an enduring quality of love. That's what we long to see. So I just really pray that for us today, that as we just spend some time reflecting on, has God been faithful to us? Yeah, through the thick and thin he has. So how can I be faithful to him? How can I engage in that long-term relationship? How can I engage in that consistency of loyalty to him? How can I have an enduring quality and depth to my relationship with him that doesn't just kind of go with the flow, with the moment, that doesn't get swayed by the latest fad or context in which I find myself, but it passes through the days and the weeks and the months and the years, and God's eternal love, that redemptive story, sustains in my life and sustains in the world. So as we just look out here, this is a local hill near where I live, and it's the city of Bristol just in the background. We just pray for God's enduring love as well in our city, our town, our country, wherever we might be watching this, that we would also experience that enduring love, that consistent loyalty that God has within the situation we find ourselves, in circumstances that we find ourselves locally in our neighbourhood or our city or our country, whatever the situation you're in right now, and in your personal life too, that you would experience the loyalty and consistency, the enduring love of God will carry you through every circumstance.